Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I am just finished breakfast and I'm ready to go do my workout. First workout of the day. I do 2 workouts a day now. So I'm full of energy these days. I don't know why. I guess the working out means you have more energy. But look at this. Vents, low noise muffler, commander's vision system. I thought today we would concentrate or at least observe some amazing spotting. Okay, we're gonna have some amazing light tank gameplay today, and not the usual. You know, usually on this map, go down the one line, enemy team is Muppets. Woo! One of your tracks is damaged. Look at the Manticore. Where the Manticore is going. Usually that side of the map, sit in a bush, and it's kind of boring. This guy does it a little bit differently. Okay, and I will enjoy. I love watching some light tank detection games. They're, I think that's kind of one of the biggest skills in this game. If you know where you can detect different players or different enemies, and if you're a good light tank player in general, I think you can really help your team. Some of my best win rates are in light tanks. Of the tanks I play, some of the ones with the highest win rates. Some of them I just accidentally have a high win rate. Some of them have very poor win rates. But there's a couple of tank destroyers. It's funny. Some of the tanks that are not known to be very good, like the T-25/7 or whatever, the Tier 7 American TD, and a couple of other ones that are not known as being very good. I think they just get really good matchmaking, and we tweak matchmaking so easier for player because tank is so bad. You know, the Wargaming special secret matchmaking algorithm. It puts me on better teams, and I'm not bottom tier very much. So I accidentally have good win rate on some of those. But then I have some fairly decent win rates on Tier 6, 7, and 8, and 9 light tanks. I haven't played a lot of Tier 10 light tanks because I haven't grinded all of them, but yeah, those are the ones where I tend to have the highest win rate, and it's because I'm comfortable playing the light tank, and I know the importance of spotting for the team. I really get excited when I'm getting spotting assists. Some people don't. If you're worried about your stats, your WN8, if you want to be a streamer and say I have 3,000 plus WN8. You're not too interested about spotting assist. You're interested in doing some initial spotting. And then you're interested in doing damage because the WN8 formula rewards you for initial spotting and damage and kills. 90% damage. So some players that are very worried about their stats will sit in the back in their light tank and just try and do a lot of damage. And they won't spot. Now, what is this guy doing? You're thinking, well, I thought you were going to show us a spotting game, and he hasn't spotted. Well, if you look at the distribution of tanks on either team, you'll notice that there's 2 light tanks on each team. The other team has a T100 LT and a Manticore, which are both better than him, tank-wise. The Manticore will out-detect him easily, and the T100 LT will out-DPM him and probably out-detect him. This is one of the worst light tanks, I think, the Tier 10. It can be played like a medium. But he is going to be smart about it. He's not going to throw his tank away before the enemy light tanks are dealt with. And you'll notice his teammate in the Manticore is dead. He's already dead. Why? Because he went down the 1-2 line or wherever he went. And the enemy Manticore maybe had better commander's vision system or better view range or better stealth. We don't know. Maybe he was stupid enough to shoot his gun and he got detected. We don't know. But this guy's playing carefully. All right. So, what does all that have to do with me working out? Nothing. I just thought I'd tell you. I'm doing 2 workouts a day. Now, I'm doing the Arnold Schwarzenegger workout program for people over 60. Because I can't do the Arnold Schwarzenegger workout program for bodybuilders. Are you nuts? You notice even the leopard got detected there and is getting shot. The leopard got detected. Look at the leopard. Daddy, the leopard just exploded. Don't act so surprised, son. Leopards explode every day. Now he cannot out-detect. Oh, he did it. Oh, he did it really well. He did it with speed in the low ground, and he bailed. Let me, shall I pause it or no? I'll just keep talking. If he was going along the bush line, I'm going to pause it and show you on the minimap because he did it so well. Now, this is important. Like if you want to be a good light tank player, if you don't give a shit, you'll fast forward this part. But how he just detected that LT100, the T100 LT, who was detecting his whole team, got the leopard killed and maybe countered the manticore. If he had gone up along the, look at the minimap now, if he had gone up along the bushes like this, which is standard for light tanks, that's how you would want to do it to stay stealth. And because you have commander's vision system, low noise muffler, view range, you will out-detect most players, except maybe other enemy light tanks. You might detect each other at the same time. He knew he was looking for an enemy light tank who was lighting his team. If he stayed on that line along the bushes, they probably would have detected themselves at about the same time, plus or minus a little bit. And then he would have been up on the high ground. And you saw how fast his team annihilated the T100 LT. Well, that T100 LT also has a team that over here, sitting over here, that has not been detected yet. If they detected themselves at about the same time, they might have both exploded. But he went along the low ground, something even... the artillery just shoots his own teammate. Like, screw you, you stupid light tank. He went along the low ground here, so that he detected that LT, I keep saying LT, that T100 LT. He only has to see through the bushes that he's sitting. He doesn't have to see through a line of bushes. He's got an angle. You see what I'm saying? That the bushes don't stack up. So he did it quickly. And he's in the low ground, so he's safe from fire from the enemies. And he did it to the manticore. Guys, like, see that? Boom! Manticore dead. Boom! Spotted dead. You see that? This is exactly what I was trying to explain. He did perfect spotting to counter light tanks that he suspected were there because someone had to be there because his team, the HP is evaporating. They're losing by 3,411 HP. The leopard exploded. His teammates were being shot. They were detected. He knew someone was doing it. And that was the safest way of counter-detecting the enemy lights. He goes by full speed actively in the low ground, but close enough that he's going to proxy spot them along this bush line, or at least spot them eventually when he gets really, probably has to proxy spot them. And when he gets close and he detects them, he immediately bails back into the low ground. The enemy light tanks are sitting stationary. That's the perfect counter-spotting. Counter-spotting an enemy light tank. But now things have changed. Now he's no longer counter-spotting an enemy light tank. Now he's trying to spot enemy targets that have much less concealment than him. Less concealment, less view range. They probably don't have commander's vision system. So now he goes along the bush line to maximize his concealment so that he can't get detected by someone who's sitting, look at the minimap, like up here or down here, someone who's in a weird position. If he leaves the bush line now, he could get detected from the side. And now he can move up slowly, and because of his better concealment, better view range, commander's vision system, now he will detect the enemies that are the remaining enemies now that are heavy tanks, big TDs, lower concealment values. There you go, right? He's going to detect them before they detect him. So now he's using the foliage. Completely different strategy than trying to counter another light tank. If there was another light tank in the game still and he was moving up like this, they'd eventually detect themselves and they would both explode. So this is an absolute perfect textbook example of someone that knows how to play light tanks. Okay? He's not in the best light tank, but the characteristics of light tanks enable him to do this now. Now it's just how much spotting assist. The enemies have no chance now, right? It doesn't matter how good you could put the skill and the baby and all the best EUCC players on the enemy team right now, and they can't win. It's impossible because they don't see him and he sees all of them. It does not matter. Put any of those best players in a heavy tank or a big TD, they have no chance. It's just mathematics now. They're just sitting there waiting to be shot. Isn't that a perfect example, guys? There you go. You might be able to take one shot. Why don't you just take one shot? But there's still, he's not. He's being very patient because there's 1, 2, 3. There's still quite a few enemies. And you could probably keep going now. And the TD that just surged forward, the object, just stop. There you go. Well, look at this. He'll evaporate. Do you see how fast he evaporated? And just shoot. Come on, take the shot. Oh, take the shot. There's one more artillery, guys. Where is he? There he is. Okay, now you can take the shot. Take one shot. Boom! He takes a shot. Yeah, let him have it. Was that not a beautiful example of how to play a light tank, guys? Well done. Frost 999. Perfect name for a German tank. 999 from the Trig clan. Shout out to you guys. That has to be one of the best examples of smart light tank gameplay. And if you play like that consistently, you will have a good win rate. Sometimes you'll lose. Sometimes your team will suck. Sometimes you'll make a mistake. But you can't argue with 16,922 spotting assist. And while I was talking at the beginning of the video, you might have thought incorrectly that he was always being too passive. He went to the wrong flank. What's he doing? He isn't really helping much. To 4 or 5 minutes into the game, he hadn't done really anything. Well, it's because the enemies didn't go to the hill. Sometimes that position, the first position he went to, sometimes if 7 or 8 enemies go to the hill, you'd have your 4,000 or 5,000 spotting assist right off the bat. But the enemies did not. So he saw that they were losing HP on the one line, so he changed. He's a light tank, he can relocate. He was smart the whole way through, and it was just a beautiful thing to observe, I think. It was a great strategy, and maybe some of you can take from that you don't have to get all your damage and all your spotting assist in the first 2 minutes. Right? Sometimes it takes longer. The game's 15 minutes long. You don't have to always. There's so many impatient players that if he was the only light tank in the game, and he went to that position, there's certain players that play heavy tanks or TDs that would be pinging the map and getting angry and berating him in chat in the first 3 minutes. What are you doing? Go spot. What's wrong with you? He knows what he's doing. It took a few minutes, and then he reassessed and relocated, and then he sure did the right thing after he relocated. And this guy now we've switched it up. Manticore, different map, and you'll notice where he went. This is Rybsonk's hero from the crazy clan, the CZASY clan, and there's one light tank per team. There's a T100 LT on the enemy side, which we do not know where it is yet. But he fired his gun, and I don't believe he got detected. So it's probably not in his vicinity. That's another thing. Play some light tanks, guys. Oh, there it is. The light tank, now he got spotted. The T100 LT went to the 1-2 line to start off. Now, can he pump one up? No, he can't. He doesn't want to take the risk. But this Manticore went aggressively to the middle of the map. And I think that was a good thing. Now you got to make the enemy light pay. Get one shot at him. I would have poked in there and taken one shot at him. You want to whittle down the enemy light tank if you can. And so when I play light tanks, if I see the enemy light tank, priority target. I want to get rid of the enemy light tank. I want to maybe not be super aggressive. Is he actually going to shoot here? I don't have to be super aggressive, especially if there's 2 or 3 light tanks per side, until my team or I deal with the enemy light tank. That's like, in this game, they're losing by 5,000 HP because they lost the forest here. They lost most of their HP in the forest. And he got spotted. Just take the shot. And this guy's going to probably shoot you on the move. He did not shoot you on the move. Good. What was I going to say? Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. In this game, there's 1 light tank per side, so priority. If he can get rid of the enemy light tank, he is golden in this game. He can make moves that he couldn't possibly make. I think I was saying, yeah, if there's multiple light tanks or if I'm playing, I play slightly more cautious until I've taken out the enemy light tank, or I know where the enemy light tank is. Right? If you see on the minimap the enemy light tank spotted on the 1-2 line by your teammates, or he exposes himself, and you're on the other flank, you know you can be aggressive in some of your moves or spotting. And that's why, as a good light tank player, just another little aside, it's important sometimes to not get spotted. And that's why active spotting, you can do some active spotting. Active spotting is fine. But if there's 1 light tank per game on a map like this, and you run you're on the 2-3 line and you're dipsy doodling active spotting, that's fine. But then the enemies know where you are. And the other team's light tank, if it is a smart player and it's not on that flank, it's on the other flank, you can get into some very aggressive passive positions and get a ton of spotting assist. Okay, so some very good light tank players do not want to get spotted, like ever. Not ever, but you know what I'm saying. Getting spotted. Remember, it's not just you that's spotted. It's not just you that's at risk. If there's 1 light tank per side and the enemy player is a good player, you get spotted, you've just given the enemy light tank a big advantage. Okay? He can do more. He has more options in what he does. Okay, now let's just what the Manticore is doing here. Now, Manticore saw that they lost the forest, and his team has retreated. Now, he could pull back to G3 and snipe if he's worried about his WN8, and a lot of players will do that. Or he can do this. He's parked himself in a bush, and he knows that the enemies are going to move forward here. And that is a beautiful... The T1... If they kill that T100... There he is. The T100 LT. He does not know that he's perma-lit, and he's pinging the map. He's saying, please, please kill him. Kill that guy. Why doesn't his team shoot that guy? Especially the object... And they did. Now he has a huge advantage. Do you see what he did here? He knew that the enemies were going to move in now, and he's invisible. They have to proxy spot him to spot him. It's a Manticore, stationary, in foliage. Look at the little green circle on the map. You see the little green circle around him on the map? This little green circle? Someone has to drive in that circle to detect him, or he's invisible. And he was smart enough to know, okay, we lost the forest, we're down by a lot of HP. I could go sit at, where that object 277 is and farm some damage, take 2 or 3 shots, get 2,000 damage and try not to let my 3,000 plus WN8 go down a little bit. Or if I can be invisible in this bush and the enemies who are winning the game, they are winning the game, they feel confident, they're going to start moving in. They're going to start coming closer. All of a sudden, he's got 5,952 spotting assist, and they're back in the game. They're losing 7-10, but now they're only down by 1,663. And this guy's got HE as well on his load. He could take this guy out, but he's going to get spotted if he shoots. And he shoots because you know why he shot? And he immediately anticipates being spotted, but he did not get spotted. Do you know why he shot? Because he is not a selfish player. But Klaus, he did damage. He wants his WN8 to go up. No. Do you know why he fired his gun? He fired his gun. I'm going to pause it here. Look at the minimap. He fired his gun because the Grenade was coming down here. And he knows there's probably enemies sitting in here somewhere. The Grenade was trying to go down here and spot his teammates. And he did not want the Grenade. Where's the dead Grenade? There he is. He did not want that Grenade to get closer and spot his teammates. Because if that Grenade spotted his teammates, the Grenade's teammates would have rained death upon them. So he waited. He was perfectly happy to let his teammates kill the Grenade. But when it was obvious, okay, they're not going to take him out, I can't let that Grenade get close. I got to shoot myself to help my teammates. And he did. And now, he spot. You got to run. Oh, and he gets another 1,000 spotting. Okay, this guy. Oh, that was close because the FV. Oh, he took 423. He could have been killed by that FV4005. And now, just blind shoot. He's still there. If he could load an HE shell for the FV. Load an HE shell. Oh, you don't need it. You take it. Take him. Take him out. Yes. Now, this is not a full just spotting game. This is just using good strategy. He went to the center of the map. His team lost the forest. He didn't say, oh shit, another loss. Let me just go YOLO and die. He wasn't going to get the 12,000 spotting assist. Beautiful game like that RHM. He had to work harder. He has to do a little bit of damage. But he's ready to pump one up the derriere of this guy. Boom! And you could have pushed yourself. Yeah, you see, that was a mistake. He probably realized that when he was backing up. He maybe thought, oh, I don't have the gun depression. And he got a little bit anxious and he took that shot. He could have backed up and bushed himself. But another beautiful example of, what is it called? If you're a good light tank player is thinking. This is why I like to play the light tanks, because it's challenging, right? I'm not the best. But I enjoy it because it's a challenging class to play because you have to think. You not only have to think, where can I go do damage? You have to think, where can I spot from? Where will the enemies go? Where should I position myself so that if I do spot them, my teammates can shoot? Where's the most important place for me to go? What's the highest priority target? Now, there's a lot of stuff going on when you're a light tank. And on top of that, you're very fragile. Now, you know how you spot this T110E3? I'm going to tell you because I know how to do it. You drive. Look at the minimap. I'll show you. You drive down here, and then you skirt along the A line, right? And you can make it right to there. Almost proxy spot him before he spots you. So he is not doing that. The T110E3 is in those bushes right there. He's going to go straight. Oh, he spotted the GW. And it turns out it's worked. T110E3 is there, right there. Okay, spotted him. And he remained undetected. You keep coming. Now let me pause it right there, because there's always some last people hiding in these bushes here, or in this dip. Look at the topography. You could come along the edge of the map there. You see the edge of the map? Along these bushes here, and you can hit this rise right there, and just peer over this rise and spot all of them. So you can do that loop around. That's how you spot the last remaining guys in this position. But he figured it out, and now the T110E3 is pointed your way. He's pointed your way. He's pointed your way. Why you want to do it from the front? Oh no, he's turned. He's turned. What's he doing? Okay, why is he turned the other way? I don't know. Maybe he expects players to come from the other side. He's waiting to do a little bit of that. Boom! He just goes for a tracking shot so that he can get all the tracking assist. What's going on? He did. He got the 1,479 tracking assist. So there you go, guys. Another fantastic light tank game. A little bit different. He ended up doing about almost 2,000 damage himself and over 10,000 spotting assists. So fantastic. My favorite tank class in the game. Let me know what you guys think. Did you enjoy that? Just some beautiful light tank gameplay today. Leave some comments. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe to the channel. Help the channel keep growing. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.